Gabba gabba, hey, Drunken Cock fans. This is Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming from the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, welcoming you all to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 4. Just a friendly reminder, this is an adult show. It contains adult content and heavy situations. Please be warned. If you're not an adult, now's your time to leave. What's up, everybody? I am, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. Welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, Season 4, Episode 8, with, of course, GW and myself. And we got a bit to get into, and we're probably going to be a bit random. And we might talk about some projects and stuff that's going on, and just have some fun and relax, because there's a lot going on. But also, part of me is like, fuck it, let's just be selfish this one time. Anyways, let's get into the show. We got a lot to get into. That is right, bitches, brats, pests, and all other people who have tuned in. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. Welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, Season 4, Episode 8. FBI Whistl, and he's gone. Werewolf statues, and LGB versus TQIA. Yes, because we have an article about that. Apparently, it's a thing now. And part of me is not surprised. It seems like anything that's a huge movement in this country eventually eats itself. As we've seen with countless ones before. Without further ado, we got a lot to get into. So please help me welcome my main man, my boy, my comrade, a very talented man, and I'm very, very excited about the project he's working on. Please help me welcome Mr. GW Foley.
Yes, y'all. What is up, motherfuckers? It is Wednesday night. No rap song this week because Monday was Juneteenth. I feel it's fair.
Okay. And remembrance.
Yeah. It was either that or I was gonna start doing Gas Face, and I was like, that just doesn't seem right.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah. Oh, that would be even worse.
And he could have done the new ones, and nobody would have any idea. I just saw he's got a new video out. Sorry, not to derail.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I love me some Vanilla Ice. Like, it's some great pop music. So in the comment section, let me know what you feel about the camera. Like, am I too close? Because I don't know if I'm happy with it. Because right now I can't see Hickory. Hickory is on the side, and like my camera's right in front of it, and just fucking suck. Like, I can at least do like this eye contact thing, which is kind of cool and smart, and like I should do it more often. But like I don't want to say I'm autistic, but like whatever like section in my mind clicks, like I have to look at the person speaking, like, and that's me. So I'm looking at me speak to myself. I'm a weird motherfucker. Let's see. It is summertime. It's not even officially summer yet. That's like tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah,
no, today.
No, today. It's the 21st.
Yeah. Okay, happy summer. Fucking A. I'm gonna start wearing like I can't remember what they're called, but like slutty dad shorts. Yeah. Show off my bulge. That's not true. Like, I don't have a bulge. Like,
yeah, you just pack it.
I know, but like,
Wonder bra.
I only use like ankle socks. So
It's gotta get a few in there.
Yeah.
Then you have the definition.
Yeah. Random side story. So I'm a fat guy. I wear fat guy sizes. Nothing wrong with that. I'm proud. I'm proud to be fat. Solidarity. Um, eh, Big is beautiful, as they say. But like I have to get clothes that are big guy clothes, and the problem with that, like I'm tall. I'm not only wide, but I'm also tall. So I'm awkward as fuck. Like I'm a barrel with legs, and so I have to get like a 3XL shirt to cover all this. And there's really cool band shirts out there, like really fucking awesome, but they don't do them in tall sizes. So either I have to get a 4X, which makes me feel really fat, or I have to get the 3X and as soon as they're washed, unshrink them. So I have to wash them twice. And to help me, I got these weights. And these weights looked huge on Amazon. And I was like, fuck yeah. Like, those are some heavy duty weights to help me pull the clothes. They came in the mail. And I was like, wow, this package is kind of light. That's because, they're green, so you're... The whole fucking bit's ruined. God damn it. Fucking...
Do you want me to pull them up? What should I search on?
No.
Okay.
Anyways, they're about like this big.
And now part of your... Oh, no. You're just at a funny angle where it looks like part of your head's missing. Nope.
There we go. Yeah. So, fucking ruined it. God damn it. Alright, let's go to the real reason why we gathered here tonight. Hickory the drunk and underwhelming.
Now I want to know what they look like, man. I'm dying over here.
Oh, here.
So, how do they work? Like, what I don't know about weights for clothes. I know a little about weights in the gym, and I actually have a gym story to share here in a second. But what do they go in the washer with the clothes? Like, what's the...
No, so...
It's like a stretching device for after they dry?
It's literally just like a paperweight where you... So your shirt shrinks, and so you soak it in like hair conditioner or like baby shampoo, and it'll soften the fibers. So when you take it out... Did you want me to
share that, or was that...
You can. Okay. Yeah. Those are what the weights look like. See, they look huge.
So they're like hacky sack looking type. Like corn... It looks like a cornhole bag, dude.
Yeah, it does. But you see that case? That's how big the case is.
Oh, wait, they look way bigger. Yeah, I know what you're saying, because those look like the size of... Like, I was expecting it was the size of a cornhole bag. Like, I don't know, 3x3, 3.5,
it's like
3.5, 4x4.
A quarter of the size.
Yeah, those are tiny. Those are what, like an inch and a half, maybe?
Yeah, if that. Like, fucking small. But, so what you're supposed to do is stretch out your clothes and lay them out on a towel and put the weights on so, like, they stay stretched out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's a lot of extra work, and I don't know if it's worth it.
Anyways, I will share a quick gym story, because I obviously look like a guy who spends a lot of time at the gym. I know, it took a lot to flex this beard in shape. But no, I do go. I'm not there because I want to be pretty. I want to be there because I love quietly knowing that I'm the strongest guy in like any room. Like I like knowing that my wife is stronger than most of the dudes I know. And in fact, there have been multiple times at our gym where I've seen guys deadlifting the same weight my wife is at that time overhead pressing. Which, if you don't know anything about lifting, there should be, like, in my gap at my peak when I was the strongest, the gap between my deadlift, my overhead press was like 350 pounds. Like it's a, my deadlift was my deadlift was like 500, 505 for a single, and I could have overhead pressed 160 for a single. And meanwhile, there's dudes at our gym that were deadlifting 135 while my wife was overhead pressing it. But no, I enjoy the gym. I have a good time there. I like the structure it provides. I like how it's very just goal-based and oriented, and it's like one of the few things in life that like is a sure thing. Like there's very few things that you can do consistently and you like it's going to work out. Strength training is one of those things where, like, unless you have some really weird genetic thing, or like there's like 1% to 2% of the general population that couldn't strength train to the point that makes their life better. Like it's a very small percentage that couldn't due to some unforeseen issue, but the majority of people. Anyways, it's school's out for summer, for those who don't know, which means there's a bunch of, for lack of a better word, high school bitches that go to the gym. And like the type of girl that goes to the gym and wears sweatpants and then takes them off because she's hot and she's wearing like regular gym shorts underneath them. And I'm just like, bitch, you're not an IFBB bodybuilder. Like, you don't need a pump cover. Like, fuck you. That's for like insecure, roided out 250-pound dudes to cover their arms before they, feel good about themselves in the gym. You don't need that. Like, that's not a thing you need. Anyways, so I'm deadlifting the other day, and I am on just finishing rep 2. I'm setting it back on the ground. I let go of the bar because I like to reset between everyone. They call it a deadlift, not because you should feel dead, but because the weight is at a dead stop. And then you lift it. And it's literally just a pull from the floor to standing with the barbell in your hands. And a great builder and test of strength. It'll help you find your weak points, that's for sure. Anyways, I set it down. I let go of the bar. I stand back up, mentally clear myself, big breath out, big breath in, bend back over. I'm about to wrap my hands around the bar again before I get set up for my third rep. And something flies by in my left peripheral that's white. And I was like, is there a fucking bird in the gym? Like, what just happened? That was weird, but I'm focused. Like, I'm there to do this thing and then leave. Like, I don't want to be in anyone's way. I don't want to cause a scene. I just want to be like, there's a lot of guys at the gym that grunt and shit. Like, I'm not that guy. I might breathe heavy because I'm fat. But I'm not like purposely like, ooh, I'm not a gorilla. Like, I don't care for any of that shit. I don't slam shit around. I'm there for a single purpose, to lift heavy shit and go home. So the next time I come back, I can lift heavier shit and go home. That's really all I'm trying to do. And I'm like, is that a fucking bird? And I look over, and there's some like high school girl, and just her, like, not just in her socks, but like no shoes on. She's wearing like, I don't know, gym shorts and a gym top or something, and white socks, and like no shoes. I'm like, for a second, I'm like, okay, you're only wearing socks at the gym. That's appropriate. I've taken off my shoes once or twice, like for specific things. And then I'm like, I realize, I'm like, this chick is literally standing over the end of the barbell that I'm about to lift. Like, she's literally like 1 foot on each side. So it's like literally like if I were to pull it, I would either catch her leg or her illegal bits with the end of the barbell. And it took everything in my head not to just do it, because I was like, for a second, I was like, I have the option to teach a whole room full of people a real good lesson right now. Like, I could be that hero, baby. I could sacrifice someone else's pain and maybe a possible scar for the sake of education. And then I was like, no, because no matter what happens, this is going to turn around on me somehow, and I'm going to be the bad guy. Even though I was in the middle of a fucking exercise, I literally just set down the barbell and I was ready to pick it up again. And all of a sudden, I'm like in the spot where I'm just like looking over and like trying to look around the gym. It was like one of the first few moments where I looked around the gym just to see if anybody was watching, which I don't normally do because I don't care. I know that a lot of I've been watched before because not many people actually strength train, so it's very rare to see somebody with 300 pounds on their back squatting. That's not a normal thing, even though it should be at your average gym. And so I go to look around and I'm like, is anybody, this is the one moment I wish somebody was watching me, because I wish they just saw how ridiculous this was and how I would have been the bad guy if I had just let it rip. But yeah, the moral of the story is spatial awareness, kids. Know where the fuck you are, because the edge of that barbell, while it's not sharp per se, if pulled with force, like I pulled a deadlift, it will cut the shit out of your leg on the way up. I know because I have to wear deadlift socks because those things have gnarling, I think it's called, which is abrasive, and it tears up my shins if I don't wear something to protect them when the bar's going up. Which means if that gnarling's enough to make my shins bleed, the end of that barbell's enough to definitely injure someone.
Yeah.
And I was just and then she moved. And I was like, sweet, okay. And then I got back into my headset. I'm like, I'm trying to forget this. You're gonna move on. I reached down to bend it over again, and all of a sudden I see the white fly by, and I was like, motherfucker. And now she's leaning against the rack that I'm in, because it's the only place to deadlift in our gym, with her fucking foot over the end of the barbell. And I was just I can't even yell at her, because then I'm like the creepy older bearded guy yelling at a high school kid in the gym. What do you even do? I didn't even know what to do in this situation other than wait for fucking shoeless princess to figure out what the fuck she was doing and move herself.
You know what I would have done? I would have looked at her and said, you do not want to stand there.
That's a good point. I probably should have said something. But at that point,
I mean, if she doesn't know, it's what's the don't prescribe malice to when the intent is stupidity or some shit like that.
Yeah, don't ascribe to malice what you could explain with something like that.
Yeah.
It's better to think somebody's an idiot than to think that they were evil, basically, is the general gist. And no, I'm not implying this girl was dumb.
Well, no, I'm just saying that she didn't know.
Or evil. But yeah, no, ignorant. Because
I
have to be clear, because we live in a society where ignorant means dumb now, because words don't mean anything anymore. And nobody knows. We could go on with a long list of words nobody knows the definition of. But instead of that, I think G-Dubs, we just get into the regular show.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Let's do it.
That's right. Welcome back to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, Season 4, Episode 8. We got some shit to talk about. Yeah. 4 plus 4 is 8.
Yes.
I don't know.
It could have been
It's a math-spiracy.
Season 4, Episode 8.
Let's get into the first topic of the night. How the drunk is this news? A woman standing up against the city council for a damn good reason. She doesn't want to get rid of her werewolf statue. That's right, G-Dubs. This is from Z's
bitch.
News Service. And I don't U.S. I don't care where she's from. I absolutely stand with this woman 100%. I think you should definitely be allowed to have that shit in your front yard year round.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Anybody suggesting otherwise is a fucking idiot. Because there's a lot of stores with statues in front of them. Why not your house?
Let me tell you what, brother. You know those giant fucking skeletons that they sell at Halloween?
Yep.
There was one of those at the Pride Fest, and I was like, that is fucking awesome. Like, all Rambo'd out.
Was it on a float?
No, it was just standing there.
Like it was like it was a statue, and somebody had placed it in a certain spot and left it there for a little while.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
like the woman that who is tent it was by.
Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to get context there. I was like, did somebody just set one up on the side of the road and like leave it there for the parade? Because stranger things have happened.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
this
so
woman
it's
brought
like
it,
at a tent.
set it up. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
fucking 10-foot skeleton.
All
And-
rainbowed out.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool. It looked cool.
yeah, it did. A lot of people
Was it-
taking pictures in front of it.
Was it striped, or did it like have splatters, or like what was there? A
It
cool paint
was-
scheme.
It wasn't paint. It was cloth,
Okay.
like rainbow cloth. Like she made a dress for the skeleton.
Oh, okay. So the skeleton itself wasn't painted. It wasn't.
No.
Like the bones itself were rainbow.
Yeah,
It still
it
looked
was-
like a skeleton. Like
Yeah.
a white skeleton. Okay.
with like a rainbow shawl over it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am in full support of Werewolf Lady here. I think that's pretty awesome. They say, despite being instructed by the council to take down her imposing 9.5-foot snarling werewolf statue, a woman is standing her ground and refusing to remove it from her front garden. Dubbed Phil, the werewolf statue stands tall next to a sign that reads, "Get off my lawn." Mary Simmons initially placed the statue in her garden as part of her Halloween decorations last year, but decided to leave it there permanently, as it is securely anchored to the ground outside her home in TQIA near Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, this is the lady.
That
They took
looks like-
literally the worst snapshot of her from a video. This is like classic media stuff right here.
Yeah.
Like, we need to make this woman look stupid because we can't have the city council looking stupid because they're the city council and we're the news department in town, and obviously they have some political pull. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a video of this woman talking, and when she's got her tongue out a little bit, we're gonna take a photo so she looks like she's slow. Which is that, like, the implication is that this woman's too dumb to put away her Halloween statue. No, I'm standing with her. I might, if this has a cat, this is like one of those causes I would actually donate some money to, GW.
If she was closer, I would help protest.
Yeah, I show up at her place dressed as a werewolf.
Yeah, I would hold a sign for her.
Yeah. Although I'm not driving to Dayton, Ohio, to be fair.
No, fuck that noise. Fuck that
If
noise.
If this chick was in, like, New Hampshire or Vermont or, I don't know, South Maine, she was within, like, 3 or 4 hours. We'd go up for the weekend. We'd live stream from there.
Yeah.
Because that would be dope. I'd go live stream. We could have Phil the Werewolf on our podcast.
Absolutely.
And, we'd do a Drunken Under Quarantine show special edition with Phil the Werewolf. And maybe
get a
even
better picture of Mary.
Yeah, a way better picture.
Yeah.
Maybe even doll her up a little.
Yeah.
You know, be like,
Get rid of the Karen glasses.
we did what the media did, but in opposite. Look at this beautiful
Look at this
princess lady.
upstanding citizen.
Yeah. Mary sees Phil as a sort of house mascot, a security feature for intruders. Stated, "Who wants to break into a house with a 9.5-foot werewolf sitting outside? I know I wouldn't." That's a very good point. This is a picture of the city of Pakia. Notice, your property's been inspected and needs immediate attention. 6/8/23. Personal property blight. Abate by 6/12. Please take down seasonal wolf decoration. Thanks. Like, I don't...
Who the fuck are they? Like,
Yeah.
show me on the books.
Yeah, like, do you belong to a HOA? Because if so, I mean, not the smartest decision.
Yeah, fuck HOAs.
Yeah. To mark different holidays, Mary's been dressing up the statue in various costumes, including patriotic attire for Independence Day, Veterans Day. She even created dedicated social media pages for Phil, amassing 2,500 followers on Facebook and Twitter. While most residents have embraced the presence of the Vang statue in Mary's garden, one neighbor filed a complaint with the council. In response, Mary received a warning asking her to remove the seasonal werewolf decoration. However, she adamantly refused, and the council has currently no plans to enforce its removal. I'm just gonna say they. I mean,
How?
see, how is it? How are werewolves seasonal?
Yeah, there's a full
Like,
moon once a month.
yeah, like werewolves are year round, like just like all Halloween stuff. Like
They're like
Halloween's
periods.
it's like, oh no, sir, you can't have an American flag on your property because it's not the 4th of July or Memorial Day. Or 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 you can't have a pine tree in your backyard. So Christmas is in December and it's June. So you better kill all your pine trees. I was trying to think about a pride tree, but I don't really. I guess there isn't one.
I don't know any. No, nope. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I was gonna do it, and then I'm like, nope.
I guess the hickory tree. Hickory tree is a little prideful.
Maybe on Rumble. Maybe on Rumble. Tell the joke.
Hickory tree is fluid. Although the complaint has annoyed Mary, she firmly stands by her decision. I just read delusion. I'm apologizing, Mary. I didn't mean to slight you like that. You do have an official apology, a sincere apology from everybody's favorite drunk magician, Hickory the Drunk and Underwhelming. Mary, if you ever want free tickets, you got it. I'm in.
Let me just say, our bad.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say delusion. I just expected that's where they were going to go because this is the media trying to smear someone who's done nothing wrong. This is pretty like standard operating procedure now. And I think you should go after him because you do not deserve negative press attention, Mary. Fuck the media. Although the complaint has annoyed Mary, she firmly stands by her decision, stating, quote, just let me have my werewolf. That's all I want. I'm not asking for a lot. Neighborhood Al Cantrell supports Mary's stance, believing the council's actions are unjust. On the other hand, resident Emily Kavanaugh finds the statue unattractive.
Well, fuck Emily.
Down. I'd say Emily should go mind her own fucking business. Emily Kavanaugh, you fucking nosy bitch.
I'm surprised her name isn't Karen.
Yeah, Karen Kavanaugh over there near Dayton, Ohio. Yeah. Fuck you. The ongoing dispute surrounding the werewolf statue has sparked mixed reactions among the local community.
How? It's her property.
And literally the news poll is, do you think the city council should or should not force the woman to remove the werewolf statue? Definitely should not. Like, yeah.
I don't know.
I just want to see the... yeah, I don't know what age group you belong to, though. That sounds good. Definitely should not. 84%. This is like the... I'm shocked, actually, that the poll on this news article.
I
Definitely
feel
should not. 8% definitely should. 3% possibly should. 4 other no opinion. That's like... That would be a blowout if it was a vote like on a... You know what I mean? Like 84%. Like if that was like a ballot measure... Like, holy shit, everybody supports that lady.
And can I just say, fuck that 11%?
Yeah. I mean, the no opinion, I'm like,
you don't know enough. I get that.
Yeah, like, you're not well educated. Even though you've read this article, you don't know enough to make a stance on this decision. Or whether or not somebody should be able to have a fucking statue in their front yard.
Yeah.
And
like, show me the ordinance.
It's not like it's unkempt. I mean, her front yard is not like dope, don't get me wrong. It's not like a molasses video by any means, but it's all right. It's taken care of. It's edged at least. I mean, she needs to learn how to use a hose and some fertilizer, but other than that, things are good.
fuck it, it's green-ish.
Yeah. I mean, and it's been a weird year. Like, I'm not gonna hate on her. I don't know when this photo was taken. I would assume recently, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna assume that was like a Memorial Day photo, maybe.
Yeah.
With the patriotic get up on. Should have made him a little hat too. I think he needs a little top hat. That'd be classy as shit.
Just hanging over one ear.
Nice little top hats. I'd create like a real big one that goes over both, I think.
Okay.
Or like it kind of like has a cutout, so it like sits in between the ears and comes out like a little like not quite as round a top hat, almost more like a cowboy hat shape.
Yeah.
But bucket style. Yeah, I don't know. I like them though. I personally would love one for my front yard, assuming I didn't have to mow around it. Like if I could.
Well, just weed whack around it, man.
If he had an attachment, or I know, but then I don't have my stripes underneath him, which is what I really want. So, anyways, this happens every conversation. I get distracted and start talking about my lawn. It's summer. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to.
God damn it!
Get all molasses on the Hickory show, but speaking of which, a week from today, next week, the next MC Molasses single drops. And I'm actually pretty sure I still have that. We still have that. Oh, yeah.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy AI Drake. Just letting you know the new drop from MC Molasses, motherfucking Lawn Wake out May 17th on all platforms.
It's crazy to think that was 5 weeks ago already.
Holy shit.
I gotta do some more AI projects for the next one. I'm slacking. Anyways, next up, we got a wild story. So this is one. Doesn't happen every time. But once in a while, the stories that I come across from the show are not like from the news or from another content creator, because that happens a lot. Like Styx will cover something and I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. We should throw that on the show. It was actually just like messaged to me from a friend. And, you know, we're just going to watch part of the video. I'll probably pause a couple times and ask questions so we're not like, you know, like shitting on this person's content. But it does raise some interesting questions. So let's check this out, G-Dubs.
This to get paid time off of work. Yeah, Sunkissed apparently makes every COVID test say positive.
Okay, can I just say, those are some gross-ass nails.
Oh, yeah, on the person in the video that's doing it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Which made me wonder if it was her nails.
No, they're fake as fuck. Like, you can see where like
her actual nail is, and it looks all like it's like nicotine stained.
Yeah, and like the fake nail is on top of it.
Way. Yeah, you just put the soda on the test, and then wait 15 minutes, and boom, positive. What? Then you take a picture and tell your boss, I can't come in.
Okay, we got the Sunkissed and...
Have you heard this, G-Dubs?
No, I haven't, and I think I'm gonna tell my wife this.
And 3 different tests. Yep. Because we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm liking the top. Keep up the good work, people.
Make sure this works. And then we got to find out, because you know, if you need a day off, you need a day off. Looks like you need a day off with that sunburn.
Hurts. I'm gonna dip it in here.
Dip it in there,
and then I'm gonna put it right.
Dip and drop it. Yeah. This is the Janabio.
Okay, here we go.
Put it in there. That's a lot. This one's a little bit different. Okay.
Are you familiar with any? You taking any of these tests, G-Dubs?
No.
I'm most familiar with this one right here, the Abbott By Next Now test. That was the one that I took the most during the times where we all pretended to care.
Okay, what do I do with this one? I just put it.
So you dip it
inside of here, right?
You put it in, twist it around.
Yes,
twist it around.
Spin it.
There you go. COVID-19 rapid self-kit test, Janabio. Sunkissed makes it turn positive.
And then the Binax.
Binax now
also makes it turn.
Although it made the control go away, so that would actually be a do it again test.
Positive, yeah.
But still, the first one was definitely positive.
Positive.
The purple line's there. Yeah, this one's like you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's got a positive on the T. Like, there's definitely a line there.
Yeah, let's throw these away. We're not drinking these.
So apparently you.
What do you think, G-Dubs? You think?
Hey, you know, there's proof that it's a man-made. Yeah.
say there's a solution to every problem, including work. And if you're
Fuck yeah,
clever
buddy.
enough, and to be honest, actually, back during the pandemic, people didn't even need to be sick to just be like, "Oh, I'm too scared to work." That was literally like a third of the work population where I worked. We're just like, "Oh, we're scared. We're gonna collect unemployment because they got unemployment benefits that are worth more than my check right now." And the other half of us were like, "Oh, I would love to take all the free money, but I kind of want a place to come back to work when
Yeah.
this thing's over. So I'm going to try to like make sure the business I work at is still a business when COVID's over." But yeah, it's interesting. I took a lot of COVID tests. That was a thing that definitely happened a lot. There were some high panic points, and I work at a very how should I put it, progressive company, and which is funny, and actually, like, honestly, there's a lot of people there that are way more based than you would think, which is funny seeing that behind the scenes and chatting with those people, because like it's definitely, it opens your eyes. Like, actually, I had a coworker talk to me about how like Amazon and these other fucking multinational, like thousands of people work for them companies will come out with statements about what they believe in. And he was like, you know what's funny is I was thinking about that. And I was like, yeah, dude, it's all just grifting. Like they're like, it's literally, if you honestly think Volkswagen gives two fuck about Pride Month, other than they might be able to sell a couple extra cars, you're an idiot. Like that's like, it's base level grifting to like, oh yeah, I support whatever the current thing is. Like that's what you do in marketing, is like attach onto that shit. But he was like, it's really crazy thinking that these fucking multinational companies with like tens of thousands of employees put out these messages that are like, we all believe in this and this and this. And he's like, meanwhile, we have like 70 employees, and like, if we started political debates in the break room, like people would like leave with black eyes and shit. Like it is. He's like, that's like 70 people, dude. And not literally. I'm not saying that my coworkers would beat each other up over their beliefs, but it would be very heated, and feelings would be hurt, and people would walk away hating each other if they really had to get down into the nitty gritty. And that's just 70 people in like a pretty progressive area in a very well-to-do rich town, where there's like no crime, and it's very progressive and funded very well. And there's not even any, let me put it this way, Woodstock is so rich there's no fucking power lines, because Rockefeller hated power lines and had all that shit buried when he was there. Fun fact about Woodstock, that's why there's no power poles anywhere. It's because Rockefeller himself didn't like them and paid to have all of it buried. So all the power and phone lines and all that shit are underground in Woodstock. Even though it's not like it's not that big or nice a town, really. Rich people live there. That's the only reason. Like, and rich people continue to come here, and a bunch of rich people have moved in the past few years.
Keep Vermont for Vermonters.
Yeah, no, Vermonters no longer live here. Like the actual Vermonters left a while ago. I'm like one of the few people who like are multi. G-Dubs, were you here multi-generationally?
Yes.
Do you know how many go back?
Technically 2. Because my family lived in New Hampshire for a while, like 2 generations ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's like 4 or 5. I don't know, and I joke about it because we go like way back, but no, I don't actually have any idea, other than I know that like 4 to 5 generations back, people were
Yeah.
You know that my grandparents.
Oh, there's something wrong with your audio.
Okay, am I better
Oh,
now?
yes.
My grandparents used to own a very substantial portion of Killington. Like, I think about it now, and I'm just like, the millions of dollars all that property would be worth.
Yeah.
I mean, I still wouldn't own it, so who cares? But anyways, well, let's get into the next one of the night. G-Dubs, have you ever seen the South Park episode where they go to Casa Bonita?
Oh, hell yes.
Okay. So, and we covered it previously on the show that those guys bought Casa Bonita. Matt and Trey bought it. And everybody was like, oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, Casa Bonita's open, ladies and gentlemen.
And for decades, Casa Bonita was Colorado's go-to pleasure palace for kids.
Usually when we came here, it was a birthday. I felt exotic when I came here. It felt like I had gone away.
And since those halcyon days, Casa Bonita has occupied an
Yeah, they bought it, man. It's
That's
open
so
again.
fucking cool.
It's so cool that these guys who came up from nothing, well, not from nothing, not like, you know what I mean? But like, we're just like burnout stoner college kids, just like everyone else, who actually had a vision and worked hard and put it all together, created an empire. And now they're able to buy their favorite fucking restaurant as they were kids. And I'm like, dude, that's the shit, because that's honestly been like my dream. Not to buy Casa Bonita, to be clear. I'll clarify later. But that's always like been one of my things. It's like, dude, if I'm ever rich and famous, like I'm gonna buy this place that really impacted me as a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let it be a thing, and it's gonna be for 21 plus. But there's a lot of kids who are 21 plus now because we're a generation, of adult children.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
But
Hey, I'm an adult child. I'm a man child. I'm there. I get it. But,
me
yeah.
too. I guess it's part of my fluidity spectrum. It's mostly toxically masculine or lesbian, but there's lots of shit in between. And man-child, I guess, is on that spectrum. But fucking cool, dude. Like one of those, like
Good for
damn.
them.
Yeah, that's cool.
extraordinary amount of space
Wow, Casa Bonita! Woo woo!
in the psyches of South Park creators and Colorado natives Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Ever since we started, the building, we have named our office Casa Bonita. It's like fate.
Fate would mean Casa Bonita's closing down and bankruptcy. They had to buy it.
And I said, yes. And he goes, I know, but don't get to, we don't know yet. I'm like, yes. And I was like, we're doing that, yes.
To be kind,
It's so cool. I to be honest, I didn't think it was a real place when I saw that for that episode the first time. Like I just assumed it was like something they made up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was real until I saw the news about it closing, and everyone's like, South Park. Like, oh shit. Like, you know, to be completely honest, I would take a flight to Denver. Hopefully it'd be nonstop. Spend the day in Denver just to eat at Casa Bonita and take a flight back.
You know what we should do is we should do that, and we should book it like the weekend of the Cannabis Cup. And like go around and film and do like G-Dubs and Hickory, and we'll just like walk up and talk to random people at the convention and shit and film it. And then like film our little experience in Casa Bonita. Just do like a GW and Hickory and GW take Colorado. Or does. I guess it's does in the porn industry, not takes. Sorry. Hickory and GW do Colorado.
Do
it's like-
Denver.
yeah.
That sounds so gay.
Hickory and GW do Denver, and then the poster is both of us standing face to face, and then Colorado, like an outline of the state, is just getting spit roasted in between, like it's sitting at our drunk level.
We're
It's like
high-fiving.
Like it's getting spit roasted, and we're just like, yeah, Eiffel Towering the fuck out of Denver. Yeah, that would be that'd be ideal, my friend. That would be fun. I'm into making that film. But so cool.
Casa Bonita had seen better days. It was a wreck. The idea of these two guys buying it was funny, a kind of extravagant gag, or so we thought.
So this is without irony, then?
It's not a joke, and that's the thing, is it had become a joke, and we were sad that it had become a joke, because you could see what this place was in the 70s when they built it. You know, they were trying to make a little Disneyland here.
Yeah, I mean, they were creating a crazy entertainment experience. Like, to think about how crazy the thought of Casa Bonita in reality is, and I guess that's why I always thought it was fake.
Yeah.
Is that, like, nobody would go through the lengths of having cliff divers at the restaurant. That's stupid. Like, that seems like such a money sinking, losing venture that like nobody would do it. Like, I am a guy who's worked in the restaurant field my entire life, and if you're like, yeah, we're gonna build a restaurant bar and it's gonna have a 70-foot cliff for divers, I'd be like, so we're opening an amusement park? Like, am I running a fry cart? Is that the restaurant? Like like our bar is a vending machine? Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, it just seems like one of the most silly things I can think of. It's like, yeah, let's have. It's like a weird version of, which is also weird, is the what do they call it? Medieval times.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
At least that has like a congruency of like dinner and a show. You know, like it's like dinner and a show that's like an experience, and it's all bundled into one. Like I can get into that. This is an experience that like seems undefined, but it's an experience. Like Medieval Times, I feel like is a little more defined. Like I have a vague idea what I'm getting into.
Have you ever been to Medieval Times?
No, we wanted to go when we were down in Florida on my birthday, but it didn't work out with the way, like the time schedules.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of fun. Like the idea of it seems really cool, and like watching people joust and like the over the topness of it.
Yeah. Well, see,
cool.
The problem is, like, I was like 15, 16 when I went. So, like, I was too cool for school.
Yeah, so it was cool, but you didn't want to admit it was.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, fair. Because I wouldn't want to, like, admit that it was, like, the coolest thing I've ever been to. But I could imagine it being really, really awesome.
Yeah. Oh, like, it was a good time. It was goddamn weird, but it was a good time.
And, like, a full, complete show.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they really, like...
The knights run around and fight, like, and joust.
Like by the end of it, you like cared about the characters and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Casa Bonita! Oh man, this is gonna be so great!
20 years ago, Parker and Stone immortalized their love for Casa Bonita in a South Park episode.
I feel like
it's crazy that was 20 years ago. That was like.
They said that, and I was just like, "What?" No, it wasn't.
Oh no.
Cartman a lot here, you know, just going in there, and we could do this, and we could do that, you know, we could do that. It really is. Watching Trey walk around and the emotional roller coaster of doing this, you know, he's feeling it as much as Cartman would.
This is almost like restoring an important national landmark.
It's not.
I always think they have the other name too. That's the part that is like, I get their last names confused.
Yeah.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone. But I also forget which one is which all the time, even though like I should know at this point in my life, considering like these guys have been like a part of my entertainment sphere since I was like fucking 9 or 10. Like they've been a part of my entertainment sphere way longer than they haven't.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I should be able to look at their names right, but I can't. I've watched like thousands and thousands of hours of content that these dudes have produced and still like fuck up their names every time I try to talk about them.
Not almost. Yeah, it was.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it is. And restoration is a better word than renovation. Because it would cost way less to just rebuild this. Right. Make a better version of it down the road.
Makes me wonder what that number is.
It's close to infinity. Yeah. It's infinity.
That was my favorite part. I wonder what that number is. Like, it's close to infinity. We could spend infinity dollars on this place, and it would still barely be profitable.
Yeah.
We toured the giant restaurant/joy factory to see what infinity dollars can create. A lot of cool stuff. Like any construction project, there was a punch list. This one, a bit bigger than most.
You can see there's some stuff in.
That's pretty cool. It was nice to see the fact that they plan properly. And they actually have like a list of shit to get done, because it's like relates back to my life. It's like that's kind of how I operate.
Yeah.
You checked off, and there's some stuff not checked off. And yeah.
It's only
Don't worry about that. We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it.
The cliff divers were showing off the day we were there. Yes, there are cliff divers.
The old 70s look of swimwear back. They made these custom for us.
That is awesome.
Yeah, the fact that they had custom swimwear built to look like it was the time of when they opened is pretty awesome.
We always believed cliff divers performed to distract us from how bad the food was. To the
That
rescue,
food looks
a
good.
new chef, James Beard nominee Dana Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's because they actually have like a real chef now. James Beard nominee means this chick cares way the fuck more about her career than anybody should. That's what that means. That coming from a guy who's like been to culinary school and is very well versed in the arts of the foods, as you can see by my grotesque size and Jabba the Huttness.
I like me some food.
I like them French fried taters. You have to like really give a fuck, and like it to be your drive and passion to not make enough to do what you do in order to be somewhere like that. Like to be James Beard Award nominated is like, yeah, that person has spent their life working for half of what they should make, or a third of what they would make if they pursued a real career.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to talk shit because I love my chef friends, but like,
There's easier ways of being poor.
I think you'll relate when I say if they had pursued a real career.
People mentality is like we still have the same menu, but now it's true food.
Rodriguez possesses a kind of personal super.
I like how she says true food instead of good food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she could have just said their menu is good now. It's the same menu, but we made it good. Instead, she says, "Yeah, it's true food."
For power, reflected in her sopapillas.
Perfecto.
Yeah, nothing like a honky saying perfecto.
I hate white people. I do. God damn it. God damn it, they piss me off.
All people think.
Yeah.
But white people especially.
Parker and Stone figure they'll need about 6 million customers a night to break even. So be reassured, they are not leaving their day jobs.
So,
Yeah, there's the joke. They're going to need about 6 million patrons a night. I mean, that's realistically what I was saying. Is this place is like seems like it's a money pit or a labor of love. Like that's the only reason this place is going to continue to exist, is because these two dudes really love it. And the only reason this place went away is because the people who loved it before are broke as shit and are living in absolute poverty now because they continued to own this place. Which sucks. Like, it would be nice if this thing could be affordable for both the consumer and the person who runs the business, but it's too much, man. It's like an amusement park and a restaurant. It just does not.
Yeah.
It's a business model that's not great.
I would just go there for Mexican food. I love me some Mexican food. I'm also, when I'm eating Mexican food, not going to say, perfecto.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say, hey, I'd like another margarita. You guys keep the mezcal flowing.
Give me some beer.
Cerveza? Yeah, that's close enough, because even we in America call it cerveza if it's Mexican style, that's for sure.
Favorite recent episodes was the one about the Canadian royalty.
The prince and his wife.
That one killed me. I haven't watched this episode, but seeing all the memes and the people post about how upset they were, I'm like, this right here, the picture we have on screen, dude, sums up Harry and Meghan like perfectly.
Well, it's the same thing with Barbra Streisand. Like, they coined a whole effect because of
the Streisand effect.
Yeah, that was because of South Park. Like,
I didn't know that was to do with South Park.
Yeah. So the Mecha Streisand episode in the very beginning.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, she got pissed, and like was the reason why she was pissed was because people were showing her new house that she bought.
Yeah.
And she's like, get this off the internet, and like causing more noise, which brought more traffic to it. And yeah.
Fair enough.
Yes. Right. Canadian royalty, yes. Canadian royalty. Just some Canadian royalty. Right? And that just broke through. I mean, every English person I know was calling me. Like, every single one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're sick of that shit, like us Americans are. Because it's shoved down our throats and we don't give two shits. To be fair. Like, all I want to see is people mock the crown. Because, like, that's how I feel when I see it. I'm like,
we've had a couple wars to get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
And what were they saying to you?
I mean, honestly, they were saying thank you.
As much as people think that South Park, we get in a room and go, okay, who can we make angry and who can we piss off? It's not. It's how can we make people laugh?
Can you do this forever?
You'll find
that was a really good question. Like, that question asked of these guys was like, I'm like, this guy's actually, as much as I hate the fact that he said perfecto, he asked a damn good question to these guys, and can you do this forever? And his response was fascinating because it made me think of myself a little bit. Like, I was like, can you really do this? Can you really pursue your dreams forever? And I'm like, these guys answered it pretty good.
News of me at age 30 saying, well, it's not like I'll be doing South Park when I'm 40 years old, you know? So it's like, it really is like we get back in there and we get
like that whole like, oh, I'm not going to be doing that when I'm like that age. And then you're fucking twice as old as you were and you're like still doing it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's never too old to chase dreams, my friends.
Ah, shit, man. I'm in my 40s chasing dreams.
That's right. And I am in my late 30s chasing dreams, because why wouldn't I not be? The last thing of the regular show I had to share is this video from Newsweek. Apparently, shockingly enough, some neo-Nazis protested a drag story hour event in New Hampshire. And I'm just going to say, G-Dubs, not a single one of these guys is fat.
Yeah, or
that seems suspicious to you.
Or oddly skinny.
Yeah, they're all like either in shape or what I would call scrawny. You know, like a lot of them look fairly well built. Like,
yeah.
This guy's got a pretty good, you know, you can tell he's got some shoulders and some chest there. This guy looks like he's pretty well built. This guy's pretty well built. This guy's pretty well built. This guy's pretty well built. Like, all of these guys look in shape. At the very least, like, this guy's a skinny guy.
But there's still definition in his body. Guy.
Yeah. This does not look like what I think of when I think of, you know, a group of neo-Nazis coming out to protest. Like, this is like, dare I say, a group of people who have been training for years and have to be in shape for their jobs. I don't know, but it does look suspicious to me that the story we're seeing is that this group of neo-Nazis is protesting outside of a couple couches at a drag story event, I guess. What I also hate is the fact that they refer to them as far right because they're blurring the grounds. People who are identitarian who are far right are colloquially referred to as alt-right. Far right is like ANCAPs.
Yeah.
Like and caps. That's like the most far right we go, is like anarchist capitalist, right? Far alt right is people who are identitarian, like Nazis. They're alt right, not far right. While being partly far right, that's not like the right term for them. And I feel like this is like a Newsweek play to group in people who are that libertarian with people who are authoritarian white supremacists. That being said, I don't believe these guys are real at all. This totally looks like a group of people who work out and are in good shape for a living. This does not look like a group of actual supremacists to me. Then again, I could be wrong. I don't hang out with many of those dudes.
Here's the thing. Like, I get not liking something, but piss off. Like, I'm so tired of the debate. Like, have you ever seen a drag story hour?
No.
It's not like a drag performance.
No, I figured that.
Like, they're dressed like fairy godmothers and shit. Like, I don't know. Like, so
I've
what?
I've always thought they were strange. Because, like, to me, drag is an adult performance. Like,
right.
Like, I don't, like, which is why I was shocked when you were like, hey, Katniss was at the Pride Parade. And I was like, wait, they had burlesque at the Pride show? That would be like a step beyond, like, that's where my comfort level ends. It's like, I don't care, and you do your own thing, but like if you're at like a parade and it's like a all family thing, and you're gonna bust out burlesque or drag, I'm like, okay, there's the line. Like if Katniss was dressed as a princess and was not half naked and shaking her ass, like, and it's an all ages thing, like, cool, you're still a performer. I personally don't do that shit. I'm a drunk magician. I perform for 21 plus crowds. Like, that's my deal. That being said, I did think it was funny. We should do a series of drunk magician story hour where we get like we need a small group of kids that are like cool with their, and we'll film it in like 2 separate sections, but it'll be like me like hammered at the library, like, all right, and then the fucking ogre here, the fucking ogre told the donkey. And like I'll read through fairy tales hammered, and then we'll cut it in with like the kids being read the story and catch the, like, I thought that would be a really funny series.
So you know how you do that to make it easier is you find a story that like a Shrek story or whatever.
Yeah.
Tell that story like the way it is to a bunch of kids, so you get the reaction, and then when the kids leave,
you re-record it and drunk.
Yeah.
That would be a really funny series. Drunk Magician Story Hour. Okay, kids. Today, you're gonna learn some shit.
Like, honestly, it's no different than me doing shit in a church.
Yeah.
Like, I've performed in churches, and like, granted, I had to change my material up. But I've done like all ages shows before. It's not my bag, but like it's doable. Like,
to be clear, I don't. That's
That's
a Hickory rule. I'm a 21 plus, and I'm comfy with that. Like, I'm cool with that because I'm not willing to. And don't get me wrong, back in the punk days, I played a lot of Christian places, churches, venues. We went to a venue that was like Ground Zero in New Hampshire, was like run by like a Christian family, and they were always super cool to everybody, and the rules were very clear, but they had some like, you know, weird Christian shit hanging around, and I'm like, okay, totally cool, it's your space, like, do whatever you want to do. You let us do what we want to do, as long as we don't swear too much, and as long as we don't play material that's ASCAP or BMI. Like, that's totally reasonable. You guys are reasonable, I'll be reasonable.
Yeah. I do it because I like to perform, and like, I'm not saying you don't like to perform. I'm just saying, for me,
no, I'm very like, That's the deal, though, is I chose when I started, is I was like, I want to be an adult performer.
Right. And I'm still an adult performer. I just
you'll
do it differently.
Yeah. That's
and also a paycheck. Like, if you're
Fair
paying
enough.
me, I'll be fucking clean. Like,
G-Dubs will get corporate for that cash.
Absolutely.
Anyways, I really got to pee. So we're going to get into the after show after a short break. G-Dubs, anything you got to say before we get out of here?
I ain't got shit.
Okay. We're going to talk about the LGB verse TQIA and the Biden shenanigans going on over in the after show. Till then, if you don't join us, we'll see you next week. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm, of course, Hickory the Drunk Underwhelming, signing out for this foxy fucker, GW Foley himself. I will see you guys next week. Until then, Drunk Magician out. Cheers. Gabba gabba hey, drunken cocked fans. This is Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming of the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. Welcoming you to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 4 After Show, brought to you only on Rumble. This is a very, very, very adult show, containing a very, very adult subjects. So please, if you're not very, very adult, or pretty much a kid that's over 21, now's your time to go.